Background music. Dark, suspenseful tone narrator voiceover. In the heart of the UK's underground drug scene. Two men rose from nothing, turning a small street hustle into a £2 million empire. They lived fast, spent faster, and believed they were untouchable. But greed, betrayal, and violence would soon turn their dream into a nightmare, ending in one of the most shocking murders the UK has ever seen. This is the chilling story of how two dealers built an empire and destroyed everything in the process. The beginning 0:45 to 2 o'clock, it all began in the early 2010s. In the grey, struggling neighborhoods of Birmingham, two childhood friends, Ryan Brooks and Leon Carter, grew up surrounded by poverty, crime, and the constant lure of easy money. Ryan was clever and calculated, the brains of the operation. Leon was fearless, the one who handled the streets. Together, they started small, selling cannabis and pills at parties, making just enough to live a little better than everyone else. But once they tasted money, there was no turning back. The rise 2 o'clock to 3:30 by 2015, the pair had turned their operation into a citywide business. Using burner phones, encrypted apps, and a network of runners, Ryan and Leon expanded fast. They began importing high-purity cocaine from Spain through secret routes. Within 2 years, their empire was worth over £2 million. Luxury cars, designer clothes, private parties, they had everything except peace. Their success didn't go unnoticed. Rival gangs wanted in, and the police were beginning to close in on their growing network. The Betrayal, 3:30 to 5 o'clock, with money came paranoia. Leon believed Ryan was skimming profits behind his back. Ryan thought Leon's street deals were drawing too much attention. The friendship that once held them together began to crumble under the pressure. In 2018, Leon confronted Ryan at a warehouse where they stored their drugs and cash. What started as an argument quickly escalated into violence. Shots were fired. Ryan was found dead hours later, burned inside his car in a remote industrial area. The empire they built together was reduced to ashes in a single night. The investigation, 5 o'clock to 6:30, detectives from West Midlands Police were stunned by the brutality. For weeks, Leon disappeared, moving between safe houses and using fake names. CCTV footage, burner phone records, and DNA evidence linked him to the murder. When police finally caught up to him, Leon tried to flee across the channel, but he never made it. He was arrested in Dover, carrying fake IDs and thousands in cash. In court, he claimed it was self-defense. But the evidence told another story, one of greed, fear, and betrayal. Leon Carter was sentenced to life in prison, with a minimum of 24 years before parole. The aftermath, 6:30 to 8:30. The case shocked the UK not just because of the violence, but because it showed how fast power can destroy everything. From the streets to mansions, from friends to enemies, the empire they built ended the same way it began, in crime and chaos. Ryan Brooks was laid to rest by his family, his once promising future lost to greed. Leon, once the street-smart partner, now spends his life behind bars. Their story became a brutal reminder that in the world of drugs and money, there are no real winners, only survivors. Outro 8:30 to 9 o'clock, background fades into somber music narrator. They built an empire worth millions, but it cost them everything: their trust, their friendship, and their lives. This was the £2 million drug empire that ended in murder. A story of ambition and destruction. A story that proves in the end, crime never pays.